This is the Black Alternative. Welcome back.
Hello. It's good. It's good to be back.
It is good to be back. And you know what? I expected to come on here peaceful as fuck. Like I was doing my journaling and shit, and I was like, you know what? I feel so peaceful. I'm not gonna be as fiery as I was like the past 10 episodes.
We only did like 4.
I know, but we recorded some before these 4.
Oh, yeah, okay, never mind. You're right.
But this motherfucker that's supposed to be our special guest just pissed me off. I know. Like, my problem is not that he was with another bitch. It's fine.
Oh, that's what he was doing?
He was with somebody else, and he said he was getting, like, yelled at by them, too. And I was like, well, nigga, congratulations, but I don't give a fuck.
So
you made a commitment to me to be here at 6:15. What the fuck time is it? It's 6:44, and this nigga is still not here.
Oh shit.
Oh my god. So if he gets here and we record this next segment with him, I will record it without him and let y'all niggas know why you cannot be friends with an ex, because these niggas are clearly retarded.
So you want to actually, okay, since you're there, what's the episode about today?
Today's episode will be about past relationships.
Oh, shit. All right.
And it was going to talk about how you can still be friends with an ex. Like, you can still maintain that type of relationship with them, even though the love is gone. I'm about to beat this nigga's ass when he gets here.
So who was the special guest since we're here?
My ex was the special guest.
The special. He'll be here in a few minutes.
His name is Rayshawn Weak Ass Motherfucking Blake.
Okay, so I'm gonna, paint him in a positive light real quick. So,
go ahead, because I know all the ain't shit that he is.
Okay, damn, I wasn't gonna go there. First of all, it's interesting how this all works out, because me and Rayshawn, we actually kind of grew up together. In like the weirdest sense, we went to the same like middle school for a while, and then this is way before I knew Ty even existed. So, but
I'm better than that nigga in every way. Well, I could probably play the drums too. Fuck him.
Godly. Okay, so look, Blake, when you hear this episode, man, Ray is.
Fuck him.
Hey, look, I ain't got no beef.
He don't even listen to the episodes.
Damn.
And I was gonna introduce him that way. Oh, here go a weak nigga that don't even listen to our episodes, but you want a show.
Damn.
Congratulations.
Well. Okay.
Bitch. He is a bitch. I'm mad. Okay, let me calm down. Let me not insult this man and call him names. He has few good traits, but they are good traits. Go ahead, Gio. Why don't you,
Well, when we were kids, he was a he was a really good Yu-Gi-Oh player. He was a good duelist. I mean, we had a lot of fun times. He plays the drums. He sings. When I met him, he was in the choir at Cleveland School of the Arts.
At best, sings.
I mean, he can sing. He can play the drums. He played in a jazz art group back in the day. And he's friends with a lot of other people that I was friends with. And, they would probably appreciate this podcast, too.
So, the way we got together, excuse my
there we go.
heatedness.
Hold on, wait, Ty, let me do this, okay? Let me ask the questions, all right? Shoot, because you on 10. You on 100.
Ask what questions? So, I was just gonna say.
No. I just
wait for the next segment for that part.
For all of our listeners, like, so why? I can't help it, man. I can't, man. Fuck.
I like how he's trying to stay composed.
I'm trying. Look, so why did you think that it was a good idea to do this particular episode?
Because outside of this nigga's ain't shit qualities, we do have a decent relationship, but it's shit like this, like, my nigga, you wasted my time. Like, I do not, like, this nigga is always late for everything, but he was especially late because he was letting some other bitch cuss him out. Now,
why she gotta be a bitch? You don't know her.
I'm mad right now. So, of course, she's going to be a bitch just like he is.
So all that, black sisterhood and queen shit just went out the window?
Because he a bitch, she a bitch.
Ty, you supposed to support your fellow black queens.
I will support her another day when I have calmed down.
So it's conditional. Queendom is conditional.
It is conditional. Depending on who you fuck with, it's conditional.
Well, damn. That's fucked up. See, that's why I don't call the niggas kings. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I ain't no king. You ain't no king. Get the
I'm
fuck
a king because my last name is King.
Somebody got to be a servant. Okay?
And he damn sure ain't me.
Hey, to each his own. Woo! So, again, the question is why did you think that this was a good episode to do? Not why is Blake is a bitch in your... And I'm not calling you a bitch, man.
Before he was showing his nigga shit qualities, we were cool.
Right.
We do have a foundation. We have a good friendship. But, like, it's been one too many times this nigga has, like, shown up late to shit. But outside of that, you know, he's there for me when I need him. And I am there for him when he needs me.
Well, maybe he really had, like, a...
I don't give a fuck. Get cussed out by that bitch after the fact. That's perfectly fine. Because my nigga, you gonna come and record and then you gonna leave. Go ahead. Get cussed out. Say, hey, I got somewhere to be. But this bitch must be super important to him, which makes sense. But let me know that. All he gotta do is let me know that.
So.
Okay. We'll see you when you get here then.
When he shows up, are you going to like, and if we are able to record this segment in this time frame, because I do need to be home for dinner. My fiance will probably kill me if I'm not home in the right amount of time.
That's perfectly fine, and I completely understand.
If we were to record this segment now, do you think that you'll actually get through the actual questions we had prepared, or is this going to be just like a slugfest? He may be a little
afraid to talk. He's not scared of me, but he doesn't like it when I'm mad, and he'll try to calm me down a little bit. But nigga, don't try to calm me down because you the one that got me turned up.
So, all right, let me ask you this question. With that being said, do you believe that this is some of the things that contributed to you guys' downfall? And are you like, is this going to be like a real in-depth interview where like we can hit the hard-hitting questions?
Look at the questions.
I will.
Okay. Yeah, it was going to be an in-depth interview. And I will try.
It's going to be.
You know what? I'm going to do my best to just tone it down and breathe. I suggest that you let him answer the questions first and then me.
Okay.
And then I will do my best to keep it short, simple. It ain't going to be sweet, though. It's going to be real as fuck. I'm 100% honest.
Okay, so this is what we're going to do before we go to break. I'm going to let everybody know this episode is about past relationships, so there could be like...
And this is the reason for our downfall. One of them. One of them. A big one.
So there's going to be some sensitive things that are said.
Not for me.
Not for Ty, of course.
I'm going to let it all out.
But also, like, I just want to say, like, I have only been in one relationship. I've had, like, past, like... situationships, I guess, if you will.
I've had those.
So,
but this has only been my one relationship, and clearly, you know, clearly this is why I can't keep a man, because I can't keep up with other people's bullshit.
No, you can't keep a man because of the last 7 minutes. Anyway, we're gonna go to break. We'll be right back with the Black Alternative.
Black woman,
Angry Black Woman, indeed.
That's that bullshit.
Hey, Black Alternative. We'll be right back.
Attention, all you niggas.
Check it out, my nigga.
All you niggas.
Nigga.
Damn, nigga. Niggas get in my way. Niggas get in their own way. Niggas get only so far because they's niggas.
Niggas ain't shit.
Niggas only see a certain distance because of self-degradation and mutilation. If brothers wouldn't concentrate so much on being niggas, then niggas could be figures. Then niggas are stupid. Niggas are stupid and stifle with the stupidness that their white slave master convinced their mind and spirit to believe in. Die, nigga, because I love you, but only from afar. Die, nigga, because I hate you because you're jacking me from my car. Die, nigga, because you blinded, closed-minded, and only sees nigga things from within a nigga's range.
Are we some dumbass niggas or what?
Intelligent niggas blossom and flourish and change the world sometime, but only a small world when seen from behind a nigga veil. Take a nigga and make him rich, and give him a tool to do this and to do that, and with that, Niggas can be seen from the every eyes of white man, clansman, but mostly niggas, man, who don't understand that niggas was made up to kill each other, blinded by the cracker boss man's dope. Now look at the power show. Shoot up and kill each other, smoke crack and kill each other, kill 1 or 2 white people so the white people can kill lots of niggers. Way back in the sunny-eyed day before we was niggers, we was wise black women and men. Stupid black women and men. Black women and men, kings and queens before anything. Then for some reason or another, we convinced ourselves, or someone else had convinced us that we were less than a king or a queen or a black man or woman. We was niggers. Fantastic, isn't it? Beat down, raised up and fucked up and beat down again to convince us of niggerism deep within them. So we got brave and egotistical and puffed up with pride as we stole the world with rhythm and dance undenied. But it's just too bad and it's all just a lie because your hair is pressed or fried or you got blue contacts covering your pure brown eyes. Some got naps and buzz cold-blooded raps and stir up a buzz blur about being the original gangster, but the original gangster was a white man who did not like a nig and would kill a nig at the flip of a wig. Oh, my nigga. So big, bad, strong, and smart. Only problem is you wasn't a nigger from the start, nigger. And before that, black, well, you was a king or a queen or something like that. My man. My man, my nigga man. What's up, nigga? What's up? Preferably with an old English 40 ounce in hand. You see the real nigga, past the point of checking himself, the wreck yourself wreckage continues. Inner road blockage. It's a joke, son. Don't you get it? Sarcasm. You're having a sarcasm spasm again, wondering, when's it gonna stop, nigga? When is it gonna stop? Niggalistic spasmodic psychosis driving your brother away from you. But it's cool, cause I'm a nigga too. Only when I'm joking, fool. But I still got your back and I'm down with you, black. Even though you the real nigga holding your own self back. Here's looking at you, black.
What's good with everybody? This is Gio from the Black Alternative, and one of the things we need for our show is music. We need independent music. Anybody, if you got music, if you got poems, if you got anything, we want to include it in the show so everybody can get some type of exposure. And also, we need something to break the show up with. So if you got anything, send it to my email. What is the Black Alternative email?
blkalternative@gmail.com. You could DM us at blkalternative. That's ALTERNATIVE.
Go ahead with your spelling stuff.
Oh my God.
Yeah, send it there. We need your music, all right? Thank you. Well, all right. Y'all will not believe the little exchange that we had in the break. But that's okay. Welcome back to the Black Alternative. I'm Gio. That's Ty over there. She's professional as fuck, y'all, so she ain't...
You know what I wrote? Hold on. Oh, okay. This is what I wrote. Because this is about past relationships. And this says, is it okay to remain friends with your ex? Is that possible? And I said that I think that if you can maintain a healthy relationship with your ex, you should. There's no harm in keeping a friend. This shit ain't healthy.
Well, you remember what you said, though, like, you know, recycling friends and people and relationships.
Rayshon and I are friends, were friends, but he keep, like I feel like I've helped him more than anyone else has outside of his family.
That's beautiful. You know, that's what friends do. So with
And this nigga, in exchange,
Ty, hold on.
gives me this bullshit.
Let's not sit here and act like this man is not here.
Oh, I ain't gonna act like he ain't here.
All right.
And in exchange, you give me this bullshit.
So for our
I help you out all the time.
Ty.
And you waste my time.
Okay, so for the listening audience, Mr. Rayshawn Blake is here. He's here.
Hi, listening
What's going on,
You
man?
gotta speak a little bit louder.
I feel like it's picking up the sound waves.
It's got him.
I feel like I need to yell or anything. Yeah, but hey everybody. Don't know who's listening. Just yeah, it is real to be here.
It is very real. So,
are you thrilled to be here?
I said it's real.
No, I'm asking you though.
Am I thrilled? I feel fantastic.
Oh, you feel fantastic.
Yeah, I feel like I'm glad to be a part of your podcast.
Even though you don't listen to it.
First of all, I listened to the first episode. It's not that I don't listen to it. Hold on. It's not that I don't listen to it. I would love to support you in any way. You can say it on the podcast. Type your name.
I said it already. You don't listen to it though.
Indeed. Okay. But I'm saying I feel I'm glad to be here, regardless of the circumstances to which I did show up today. I'm sure we'll get to that portion. But yeah,
we'll get to a portion of it. Go ahead. Continue.
I'm glad to be here because I've seen the steps you've taken in the many endeavors that you've had, as far as your blogs and all these things. And I'm glad to see you, doing things you like. So, yeah, I fucks with it.
Thanks.
Right on. Okay. So when we actually this whole episode is conceived really over I want to say a year and a half now, us talking about past shit. And mostly it's been on my end. Me trying to navigate that type of stuff because my God, I hate all things related to the past.
Yes.
So this is one of the finer examples.
Wait, you like history?
Oh no, I'm talking about nigga past. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. Anything that didn't have nothing to do with me, I don't want to know about.
Wow.
Because I mean shit. Because people, they lie about it. Or they hold different parts from it.
Or they sugarcoat shit.
Yeah.
I hate that shit.
Don't do that to me. Because that's just not how I do things. If you're going to tell me something, tell me the entire story.
No, niggas love half-truths.
Which is a lie.
Rayshawn and I are going to try to be as 100% as we can.
I mean, are you okay with that, my man?
Are you okay with being open, Blake? Are you going to openly communicate?
Well, I'm getting openly raped right now.
Not by me. I ain't do it. Hey.
But
I was planning on beating your ass once you walked through the door, but,
Jesus, I'm glad this is a children's safe podcast. But all right, let's...
Fuck the kids.
Oh, yeah.
That's how we feel.
Fucking kids.
Leave these alone.
So, okay. So, let's go to happier times. How did this relationship begin?
Oh, do you want to speak on how it began?
Yikes. He's British? Okay. So, my friend David, he worked at Walmart with our name.
Okay.
And I feel like all my friends...
You know David.
I do know David.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Stupid. But, yeah. So, he worked at Walmart with Ty. And she knew, I feel like majority of my friends, before...
I met everybody except for Fahim before I met you.
Yeah. And so, I think we had jazz art or something, after school. We were in the jazz art ensemble. And they were like, yeah, we're about to go to the library and pick up Ty or whatever. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I didn't know who Ty was, never met her before. And we got to the library. I think you were with Marlo.
And Anthony, yes.
Yeah, Marlo and they were coming out and that was the first time I'd ever seen Ty. And I think within that first day I met your mom.
Yeah, because we had to pick her up.
Yeah, we had to go to the airport and pick up her mom and everything, and it was really cool meeting her, and it was it was a really dope experience because I know for the longest time I had told myself I wasn't gonna be dating anyone or talking to anybody, but I don't know
How old were y'all when this happened?
2021.
It was 2012, and it was before my birthday.
So me and you would be 21 at the time.
Yeah.
So
I was 20 though. Because it was before 2012?
Because 2012, I was...
7 years ago? Oh, yeah. Damn. My bad.
2012, I turned 21 years old.
But yeah, so it was really cool. Like
7 years ago, before my birthday, though.
Okay. Doesn't matter.
So it was before June.
So y'all was like in your early 20s?
Yeah,
yes.
Early 20s.
Okay.
So when I met her, like we started hanging out and everything, and I don't know, it's just like it was a really dope experience because I was getting to do things like I never really done before.
I was getting his ass cultured out here,
Okay.
Opening his eyes to new things. Oh, I never had that before. Oh, I never been here before. Oh, I never did this before. Yeah, nigga, I know.
This is Tyra 24/7.
Welcome to life.
Wow. All right.
Well,
but we met like right outside of downtown library.
Mm-hmm, the main. Yeah.
And I know that like when I first saw Rayshawn, like I couldn't even see his face because my vision fucked up. It was like a little blur. But when I first saw Rayshawn, like I felt like this instant connection that I have since then not felt for anyone. So I'm like, oh damn, was that like a one-time thing, or am I just like turned off from niggas altogether?
Okay.
In that way.
All right, yeah, sure. So all right, so
oh wait,
go ahead.
We were friends for 5 months.
Absolutely.
Before we became a couple.
So what? Okay, so fine. You were friends for about 5 months. What made you guys want to get into a relationship, or it just kind of worked out that way?
Rayshawn asked me to be his girlfriend because I'm amazing.
Wow. Okay.
So, all right. All right. What really happened?
Oh, what the fuck?
He about to say exactly what I just said.
Nigga, let him speak.
Go ahead. No, I definitely did ask her to be my girlfriend, but
oh, it wasn't because I was amazing.
She definitely is amazing, but I feel like that's not the wording I would have used. That was
okay. Well, what was the word you was gonna use?
I would say I asked her to be
my... It's a safe spot, man.
Is it a safe place? Yeah. At any moment, I could get jumped out here. But no, I asked her to be my girlfriend because I really felt, I don't know, I had never really felt like that with anybody else. Like I had never experienced the things like we experienced together. I had never really just, it was just so much that went into like the meeting her, like, yeah. I don't know, the fact that I like met her last out of all my friends and everything, like we just had this instant connection, like it was really dope. And I don't know, I feel like this relationship was definitely my most serious relationship like that I'd ever had in my life. Like it was, I don't know, it was extreme. Like in and all, like, kind of like hit me at once, and it was dope.
So, hate to be the damper, why did it end then if it was such a dope experience?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, I want to just hear it like from both sides. Like,
oh, you don't hear it from both sides.
So I'm sure. I don't even know what the fuck I said that.
I feel like I'm being attacked by two black men right now.
I'm not. I'm just asking
like
questions.
Y'all treating me like the angry black woman.
I'm attacking you?
My nigga, what did you do earlier, though?
Bruh, no.
What got me here?
Ty.
What got me here?
Ty, rein it back in.
Just, professional?
Yeah.
I'm professional as fuck.
Exactly.
Rayshawn, you go ahead and answer the question.
Go ahead,
man. Okay. We are back. All right. So, I feel like what ended the relationship, like just piggybacking off what I just said, like, how serious and intense a relationship it was. I feel like we lived together like quite a few times, actually, at a few different locations. Sometimes with like, her mom and her brother and her family, other times, by ourselves. But during the times when we were like by ourselves, like it was like me in a relationship with someone who's, I would say, far more like mature than you are, and like just being at a different level, mm-hmm. Can be a very humbling experience because like I didn't know how to be that, person I needed to be for the relationship, like.
In a way, I can understand what you're saying, man.
Yeah.
I definitely can. Because, like, for mine, I'm in my first relationship. It kind of worked out.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of worked out. But, no, but, like, the living situation, also, like, learning to be in a relationship. Because, like, it's different when you're single. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But like when you're like living with somebody, you're with them all the time. It's just like there's just certain things you can't do, certain things you can't say, and it's all within the name of us.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? So like, especially like my fiance, she's older than me, and she's been in like a relationship before me with somebody who was older, and so they lived together and all the rest of this shit. They had aspirations of being married and all the rest of that shit. Fuck them. But anyway,
fuck him.
Yeah, man, bitch ass nigga.
God
Anyway,
it's a loving podcast. I just want to say that.
Hey man,
put that out there.
We there.
A lot of love.
But what it was is that I had to learn like, okay, the stuff that I did at my house, couldn't do at her house. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because like, one, she's never been like not inviting or this is just my house. You do what I say. No, it was more like, okay, I had to do things at a different level. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you have to amplify Geo.
No, I got to subdue.
I'm about to, yeah, exactly.
A little bit more.
To amplify yourself doesn't mean just keep doing the shit you was already doing.
Oh, nigga shit.
Pretty much. Yeah, you know what I mean? And like, I think it was like I expected that of myself. I'm like, all right, I'm going into a new environment. It's like starting a new job. You're on your best behavior when you start, and then the more you like the person, the more you be on that best.
No, you can definitely say like, because Ty can attest to this. Like, she would always feel like, I was like kind of like tiptoeing around her and shit.
Yeah,
the way I was, because I didn't know what the fuck like.
I was under the impression that we had so deep of a connection that you could come to me with anything, though. Of course, sometimes I may get mad because I know towards the end, I was really tired of putting up with your shit. So, of course, I'm going to get mad, but I felt like this is going to sound so corny of me. I felt like you were the love of my life. So you weren't going anywhere, and I wasn't going anywhere.
So you think it was like a level of comfortability that both of y'all like had some way that kind of backfired on you both?
I feel like he was doing his nigga shit throughout our entire relationship, and the last time he did his nigga shit, I was like, you know what? I'm done. I think I broke up with him, but I feel like he checked out a little sooner than I did. Because I was still trying to work on shit.
Y'all expound on that. Like, what does that even mean?
He stopped communicating with me at a certain point. Like, I would be trying to have serious conversations because, one, I hate small talk. Okay. And two, if I feel like I got a problem with you or you got a problem with me and I love you and I'm trying to, like, live with you and have a whole ass life with you, I'm going to try to come to you and talk to you about it. But every time I tried to come and talk to him about it, he wasn't talking to me. And that shit made me so enraged. Oh my God.
That's good work.
I think we should move on to the next question because we're in a bit of a time crunch.
Well, no, I mean, hell, we got as much time as we want. So we got 5 more minutes left in this segment. So, I mean,
I'm gonna leave my mental health check out.
I got you. So like, but what I don't understand is like how you could be in a relationship with somebody who you consider to be the love of your life and a communication breakdown, which I think that's like the biggest thing that me and Danielle, we have is like, oh my God, like, dog, just say what the fuck you want. You want steak for dinner? I don't want steak, but I get you a damn steak. You know what I'm saying? I'll get me some beef jerky. You feel me? Like, I understand that, but like, is that solely the reason that y'all broke up because y'all just finally just realized like, hey, I can't do this. I can't be the person that this person wants me to be, or it's just like it was just all right. This is kind of played out. We don't want to do this no more.
I feel like it was happening for me. It was happening consistently where I was like, all right, my nigga, ain't nothing changing. So let's just call it like it's done.
Yeah, I feel like after. I feel like she definitely did way more talking than I did, but I feel like it was always, I don't know, kind of harder for me to try to share, like, like what I was thinking or, what was going on in my head, just because I don't know, like, naturally I don't really, like, share a lot of things. And, like, even that being said, it's like I can talk about anything. Like, I can, any fucking point about anything. I can talk about it. I can expound, like, just on random shit. But when it came to like talking to her about me, like myself, like, I don't know, it was hard. It's hard as shit. And I don't know, man. It was crazy because, like I said, like her being as mature as she was, and me not being yet, me not being at that level yet, it made it difficult. And then when it came to like talking to her about stuff, like as she said, like she would get mad and everything. And, like I feel like I was always worried about making her upset. But even that being said, like the dumbest thing is thinking that, okay, by you not saying anything, you're gonna not make this person upset. It's like, okay, well maybe if I don't say shit, she won't be mad. Like, no, that's stupid. Like, or then if I do say something, it's like, okay, like, or if I do say something, I always feel like it's the wrong thing, because then it's like, well, then she's mad at what I said. It's like, well, fuck, like I'm not gonna say anything else. Like, so it was
I ain't got a rebuttal.
I mean, but I mean, in a way, maybe that and that side, like, all right, using my own relationship in that, because I have that same issue. Like, I don't know, it's the most frustrating shit. It's just like sometimes you can't even have a conversation with somebody because it's like, damn, I might say this, that, and the third, it might piss you off, and then if I don't say nothing, like you said, makes you upset. So I like half the time I take the road you do, and it's just like, you know what,
just shut the fuck up.
I'm not saying shit, and then she'll be like, so you just not gonna say nothing? And I'm like, no, I'm not saying shit. I'm not about to do this with you. Mm-hmm. So I think there is like I'll give you this full disclosure. We were on our way to church one day. This was actually 2 weeks ago. We was on our way to church, and we were talking about her dogs because we got to figure out our living situation now we're getting married. And so I hate fucking dogs. Mm. I don't hate. All right, that makes me sound like a terrible person.
Goddamn horrible.
I grew up with dogs. You know what I mean? I'm allergic to dogs. Okay. I have a hypoallergenic Shih Tzu poodle. Mm-hmm. I love that dog. Danielle has 3 fucking dogs. She has a Nikita, she has a Chihuahua, and she has a Jack Russell Terrier that won't shut the fuck up. So I'm allergic to all of these dogs, but I put up with them. I'm like, cool. I feed them, I walk them, I do everything, but I don't want them. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, so they're going to have to like go to a different part of the house or something. Like, I'm not getting rid of my dogs. I'm like, nobody asked you to do that. Yeah. So we had an argument the night before. We slept on it. We ain't say nothing the next day. Next day, I was in the car on the way to church. I'm like, yo, so you want to talk about this living thing again? So we're talking about it. Breaks out into an argument right in front of the church by the time I pulled up. So I was like, you know what, fine, fuck this. I'm not going in. She's like, come on, Gio, let's go into church. I'm not about to do this with you. You're not. I'm about to sit right out here. You can go into church. So she went into church. I sat outside in the shade in some bushes and watched YouTube videos because I was not about to do this. So the pastor, let me tell you how ignorant Danielle is sometimes. Like, she literally called an Uber to go home. And I'm like, are you fucking serious?
Dude,
she knew you were outside though?
Yeah, I was talking to my mom. Like, I'm sitting there. So
that's like, class A petty.
That's some shady
and I'm here for it.
Whatever.
What?
So the pastor, he comes outside and he says, like, the pastor comes outside. He's like, y'all cool? Because I didn't even see you in service. You look real nice. I'm like, yeah. I will save this outfit for next Sunday because nobody saw it except you. So I go. I'm like, he's like, man, you know you love that girl or whatever. I'm like, yeah, I do love her, man, but love ain't enough sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you have to.
Know?
It's the truth because very clearly y'all still love each other. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got love for each other. It's there. Absolutely. The thing I recognized in the moment was 2 weeks ago was that like love is not enough. You have to learn how to love that person. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody ain't everybody. You know what I'm saying? The same shit she did for her ex, it's not gonna work for me. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't do too much talking about trivial shit. I don't like Ty. I don't do small talk either. Danielle will small talk you to death. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you want to do. I don't do it, so I shut down. I'm not about to do that. We still learning how to love each other.
We got like 15 more questions.
That's all right. I got you. So look, I'm a professional. I'm a real professional. I do
professional as fuck.
So man, I'm professional as all get out.
Everybody comment #professional as fuck. You know.
So, yes. Before we go to break, let me ask you. This is a good segue. So, taking what you had in that relationship, how it ended, how it began, all the stuff in the middle, because it was probably a beautiful middle. What did you learn from it? Like both of y'all.
Don't trust these niggas.
Oh my
These
God.
niggas.
Man.
I learned that I don't know.
You don't know.
To be honest, like
you didn't get no lesson from it.
I feel like I learned to not have expectations of people anymore because I would feel less let down if I didn't expect anything from anybody. Like the only thing I should expect from anybody is to be themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I should have expected. And I learned to have a little bit more patience. Not so much as like when niggas are wasting my time, but when if somebody doesn't want to speak, if it's a sensitive topic or something, I should like respect their right to not speak.
Okay.
But at the same time, if we're trying to have a serious conversation that'll make or break our relationship, I don't see why somebody wouldn't want to speak about that.
Real quick, do you believe like because that is your way of doing things or that's your perspective that should be like, you know, the output that's the input that you're going to get from somebody else?
But I think
as opposed to what their output is?
I believe that it's clear that communication is key in any relationship.
Some people communicate different ways.
Right, but if you're not communicating in any way, then...
But maybe his non-communication is his actual way of communicating with you.
But us
you
not
actually have to, but you got to work hard.
Stuff. We got to talk about the hard stuff. We got to get through some things because we are both adults in this adult world. We had a dog together. We had like so many apartments together and shit like that. Like my nigga, we got to have these conversations. Like what if we spent the rest of our lives together and we ain't gonna have like no serious talks? That's fucking impossible.
Right?
All right. Well, no, definitely what I learned, you know, from the relationship was how important, you know, in fact, communication is. Like, you know, really how serious it is. And like just realizing that, you know, sometimes when you don't want to do things, like you have to. Like, you know, if I don't want to say something or I feel like, oh, this is a touchy subject, I don't want to say this, gonna make her mad. It's like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to say what has to be said, and like in the times, like, you know, that you have to say them. Like it's not, oh, I'm gonna just wait until like, you know, maybe she calmed down. Like, nah, like just do it now. Like it's like ripping off a Band-Aid. It's gonna hurt for a second, but you know, you get over it. Like you'll be fine. So I mean, I learned that, you know, having a certain mindset going into things and like really like thinking out the relationship and trying to be there for the other person is really important. I don't know. I felt like I took a lot from it, and I wanted to. I don't know. Of course, I wanted to grow from it, you know, and like take what I learned and you know, go forward in life and really like hone in on stuff that I need to fix. But like still, like, you know, to this day, like communication with people is just I don't know, like it's dead. I don't know.
That's not in his vocabulary.
Like
but it's communication. Yeah.
Like I'm still, you know, learning how to deal with it. I feel like I'm like, you know, getting better like piece by piece, but I still got a long ways to go as far as that is, because I don't know, letting people into my personal like thoughts and like my personal life has always been a touchy thing for me. I don't feel like my father or, you know, like people like that in my life are big on communication. I know for a damn sure my dad is not great with communication. But it's like, and I'm not using that as an excuse. I'm just like, you know, like the things that I...
Just using it as a crutch?
No, I'm just saying, like, it is what it is. Like, cause, you know, he has nothing to do with me. Like, you know, he can do whatever the fuck he wants. But I have to decide to do different things in my life. So I just feel like it's something I'm constantly working on and trying to get better at.
I feel like we didn't ask, like,
hold on, I got
juicy questions.
Ty, I got this. So when we come back from a break, what we're going to do is, like, we're going to make nigga shit a little bit shorter, because this is a good conversation. So when we come back with the Black Alternative, we'll ask a few more questions, like how did you transition from being in your relationship to becoming friends? How long did that take? What happened in the meantime? Like, what, like, did y'all just stop talking? So let's figure that out. We're going to come back on the other side. We'll figure all this shit out. This is Black Alternative. We'll be right back. Back with the Black Alternative. I'm Gio. Who are you, Ty?
Damn.
I think Ty? Tia? I don't know.
Oh, God.
People call
Damn.
me Tia all the time. That shit make me mad.
Niggas can't spell. All right.
Y'all some fucking illiterate guys. Like, I be saying that all the time.
So, all right, back to what we were talking about, because we're going to spend maybe a few more minutes on this. So, like, all right, once the relationship ended, what happened in the between time? Like, was it hard after y'all broke up?
Like,
did y'all still like?
What do you mean exactly?
Like, okay, when y'all broke up. When y'all broke up.
The second, third.
All right, fine. Damn, niggas. Okay, when things ceased. Okay.
Now when you say things.
Okay, so.
All right, so what the fuck happened? Damn, just like what happened?
So look,
Y'all niggas, I'm out here trying to be Tom fucking Brokaw and be professional with you niggas, but y'all don't let it happen. He's a white interviewer.
Okay, so
well, exactly.
Our
I had to go back.
relationship ended soon after our last anniversary.
Okay.
I think our anniversary was on like the 9th or the 6th or some shit of December.
December, okay.
And we broke up on the 13th.
6th.
The 6th. We broke up a week later.
Mm-hmm.
And from 2015
Oh,
to last year. Woo! From 2015 to last year, we were still intertwined.
Oh, that's a good word.
Oh. Okay, I get it. Y'all still smashing. Pretty much.
Were.
Coitus.
But
But at the time, because we were, I was like, you know what? I don't see us being friends because this ain't working for me. But after we finally stopped, have not done it since. It's been like pleasant. Our relationship became more solidified. Like our friendship became more solidified after we stopped having sex. I was gonna say fucking.
It's kind of the same thing.
After we finally stopped with the coitus. We like I could see him as a friend.
Wait. So you mean to tell me you niggas wasn't really friends up until last year?
Friends.
He saw me at like he thought we were friends, but I didn't see him as a friend.
She never agreed. It's like, well, she just never like. She was like, you know, we just can't be friends.
So
like,
he was just a solid nigga for you to call.
Yeah, because I don't like my body count going up. And I know
but it wasn't even like she was like we were around each other all the time too. Like it wasn't like even after we broke up, like we were still around each other's family, around each other.
We were together for 6 years, 3 years straight.
So
after we broke up, we were still together.
So okay, all right. The smashing aside, like what happened after y'all officially broke up?
Nothing.
Like nothing. Y'all just. I mean, y'all
moved to Vegas.
You moved to Vegas. You were still here in Cleveland, and like did y'all talk? Like on the phone?
We
did y'all
talked
call each
briefly.
other? Yeah.
Like the breakup was surprisingly easy for me. Like it didn't go that bad.
Okay.
It was something that happened after I got back from Vegas that hurt me more than the breakup did.
Oh yeah.
Like so.
A lying, deceiving, deceitful, ain't shit ass nigga. Say you weren't.
There was the
Say you weren't.
There was the fuckboy incident of what year is that?
The fuckboy incident of 2017.
Yeah, there we go. Fuckboy incident of 17.
What happened?
I slapped the shit out of him. He was driving the car, and I was like, "Nigga, boom!"
Funniest incident of my life.
And then it was the first time I ever like hit Ray Sean for no reason. Well, not for no reason, but out of anger.
What happened? In not so many words, what happened?
Since we were still intertwined.
Yeah. Okay.
I told Ray Sean though, if he started sleeping with somebody else, then he would have to stop sleeping with me because I didn't want to do that.
I got you. Okay.
But I wasn't trying to be in his business like, oh no, I got to be the only bitch you with, blah, blah, blah. I was just like, you know what? I don't want to be fucking you if you fucking somebody else.
Gotcha.
Okay. So long story short, it was like a ratchet incident, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a lot of...
He was like, fuck it, I want to fuck both of y'all. And he was fucking another bitch on the
First of all,
side.
I'm not... What's that nigga name? Ray J or some shit?
Tell me how great my intuition was, though. The whole time.
You always have great intuition, so that's really not a point.
Literally knew in detail what the fuck he was doing.
Ah, damn.
She knows me very well, to say the least.
Well, I mean, yeah, okay. She probably would.
Yeah, but like my intuition was telling me this shit.
So,
Whole time.
okay, so after that incident happened, like, was y'all didn't talk? It was just like a no man's
I was like, fuck
land,
that
pretty
nigga.
much. Okay, all right, fine. So
I don't know how long that was, though. Like, how long did we not talk?
It had to be like a short while because you had asked me to the car show after I was not speaking to your ass. Like, you ran into me, so you got lucky.
So that's how y'all came back and became cool.
Yeah.
And then the intertwinement.
No, we were not fucking after that. Wait.
Yeah.
We did. Sorry.
All right. So,
but it was far and few in between.
Okay. So,
okay.
All right. So, with that being said, y'all niggas are so immature. You supposed to be mature.
I'm professional as fuck.
Okay. All right. So, after all of that, how did y'all become friends again?
I finally saw that he was not the love of my life and not the person I was meant to be with.
Oh, shit.
Because somebody that I'm meant to be with would not treat me as shittily as he should. It's a beautiful word.
Not a word.
Okay.
It is now. But like, I knew that I still loved him and I wanted him in my life. So a friendship was the next best thing. Well, to continue our friendship would be the next best thing.
What about you?
I mean, I felt like we, were like, even after we broke up, like, I felt like we were, like I said, always friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could see us being friends. Like, so, but I did understand, like, how, like, cutting out the intertwinement would help us better be friends, because it's taking out an aspect of it that, isn't normally, like, a friend thing. So, it's like, yeah, like, I don't know. I could see how we could be friends, like, the entire time, but it did help. And, like, I feel like, we're better friends now. So, yeah.
Okay. I mean, so, with that being said, do you just throw this monkey wrench question in there because it wasn't on the paper?
God.
Do you
what does
I'm not prepared.
Look like?
A monkey wrench is
Can we just go? Just ask the question.
whatever, nigga. Anyway, so do you believe that, like, y'all just probably met each other at the wrong time? Because, like, think about this. Sometimes I remember there was one chick I was talking to back in the day. Like, she was like, you're a really nice dude. She pretty much friend zoned me, but she was like, you're a really nice dude, but you met me at the wrong time. It's just like, bullshit. I'm not ready for you. It is bullshit, but also she was right.
It's kind of
She was definitely right. Because I'm like, man, I would have been in a real fucked up ass place if I would have stayed around her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I would not be happy. Let's put it like that. Do y'all think, like, if y'all would have met, like, at a different area of maturity, let's put it like that, do you think it would have worked out?
I feel like we met each other at the right time for the reasons of, like, the things we, like, learned and took from the experience.
Okay.
Like, I feel like, because we had always, like, kind of been around each other without knowing it. Because, like, my cousin worked at, the same place her aunt worked at. And, like, her mom delivered my little cousins. Like, delivered my little cousins into the world. Like, we'd always been around each other but had never met each other. So I feel like we met each other at the right time for the experiences we gained, and also for, like, the friendship and, like, the things that developed afterwards. Because had I not met Tyrone, a lot of things wouldn't happen. Like, and that's both, like, good and bad. So it's like, I feel like we met each other at the right time for the reasons, like, and the experiences that we gained. So
y'all are where you're supposed to be.
Yeah, because I feel like everything happens, like, you meet people for a reason. You don't know what that reason is until you, like, go through it. But you meet people for a reason, and even then, like you still might not know, but you know, like everything has a purpose. So
I agree with that. You gotta hey, that's something I had to learn, like for real.
I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
Would you do it again?
Would I do it again? Yeah, I feel like I would do it again, but I would definitely I would want to do it differently. You know what I'm saying? Like I would want to be better. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't want to just do the same shit. Like, you know, people always say go through it again, like do the same thing. Like, no, I wouldn't. It's fucked up. Like, why live through the same, or why not only live through the same shit, but put somebody through the same shit that you already have. Like, yo, I know how this gonna turn out. Like, let me turn up. Like, it's bullshit.
I definitely know what I would do differently.
So would you do it again?
Like redo our relationship or get into a relationship with him again and try again?
Okay, that was a two loaded different questions. The same question you asked him.
I would do it over.
Okay. You
I know what I would do differently.
So no to the all right, I meet Rayshawn again and then we do a relationship, or B, it's just like, all right, let's do a remake. Let's remake The Lion King. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like
me either.
I know Rayshawn, like we've been together. Well, we were together for 3 years. So, and then me knowing him for 7 years now, I know this nigga inside and out. I know how he's gonna grow as a person. And I know, like, his past. Like, I know everything about this man. Everything there is to know. 7 years is, like, really a short amount of time, but...
No, that's a long time.
I feel
that's
like
your 20s. That's your
I knew him like
years.
that, though, in that 3 years. I knew him like that probably in the 2 years. But... Because, like, I sat down and I took the time to get to know Rayshawn, and we already had that connection. So, whatever he wasn't telling me, I would learn, like, in a dream or some shit. And it was weird because I would go and talk to him about it. He'd be like, oh, yeah, that did happen. Or he'll try to lie about it, and then later on be like, oh, yeah, that did happen.
That's always my voice.
So, let me ask you this. Two questions. I know it might, but we got 3 more minutes for this segment. Have you had a relationship that was as rewarding and frustrating and whatever y'all had? Have you had anything like that since? It didn't have to be like a full-fledged relationship. It doesn't have to be like a full-fledged relationship, but like something close.
For almost 4 years now.
I've had frustrating relationships.
I have been single ever since. Man, was that a Trina song? I'm single again.
It's a Big Sean song now.
Thought I was perfect. Oh,
yeah, no.
Okay, well,
but yeah, people like that.
But it's like I've been waiting to feel like some type of connection. But I think after that one incident happened where I slapped him in the face, I think that put up this tough ass, thick ass like wall, and now. Like, because I blocked myself off. I'm like, oh, okay, if this is what it feels like to be in love, I don't want it. But now, the downside to that is I don't feel shit for anybody. Like, not even my family members. And that's crazy.
And I don't know. I feel like in dealing with people, like, I haven't really been, like, trying to, like, date people or anything like that. Like, just trying to stay more so, like, to myself. But, like, in dealing with people, I just feel like, I don't know, people are not annoying, but like, annoying, like kind of frustrating. Like I just like a lot of times I just feel like I'm dead on the inside. I just don't.
I feel dead on the inside.
Like, my God, you two niggas killed each other. That's what happened.
Yo, we killed.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna talk about that in the mental health check, but
that'll be good.
I feel like I don't know, like, that relationship took a lot out of me, and I do feel like I loved him more than I loved myself. Wow. But towards the end, I was finally like, okay, I gotta show myself some type of respect, and I can't let this nigga, like, continue to disrespect me. So I had to make the choice to start to love myself, because I still, like, loved him more than I loved me at the end of it. But I was willing to cut it off, because I was tired of being miserable.
So... I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna end the segment. So, like, what is stopping you two from getting back together? because my God, it just seems it really like sitting here like close to y'all, like sitting in the same room and y'all actually having a conversation together in front of me. It's like it's really. It's like almost a no-brainer to the person looking from the outside. You know what I'm saying?
Well, clearly he feels as though I have intense anger issues.
You do? Has anybody heard the last fucking 5 episodes of this fucking show?
For 7 years, I've been putting up with the same shit, and I'm tired of it. And he knows this. So yet he still does the same
just
shit.
Giving you like a big piece of like what you give me, and from I want to say like
I've been letting him.
Our compromise. You got to understand some people are who they are and they do what they do, and you have to meld yourself to what that is. Danielle gets on my fucking nerves and she does a lot of shit that I don't like. However, I deal with it. I just like, all right, that's not my hill to die on today. I'm gonna just.
It's not my hill to die on.
I'm going on something. I'm doing something completely different.
I know Rayshawn. I love Rayshawn, but I don't know. I feel like I do love him and I do believe in him and I would support him in anything.
Clearly.
But I do not feel like he can love me the way that I need to be loved.
Well, with that being said, and we go into break, I want to just say this to you, Ty. You probably don't even know how you need to be loved. We'll be right back. We'll be right back.
If you have any questions about life or the show, please feel free to DM us at BLK Alternative on IG or email us at blkalternative@gmail.com. Also, feel free to send us any comments, concerns, frustrations, or constructive criticisms, but only if it's constructive, because if not, I will happily and openly dog you in front of everybody that I know and everyone that listens to the show. I ain't gonna say your full name, but I'm gonna make it pretty close. So, constructive. Thank you. Hello, everyone. You're listening to The Black Alternative. This is Ty, and I'm still professional as fuck.
Yeah, y'all heard that whole thing.
It was a show.
Yeah, it was a show. That was very, very interesting. So we got to thank the special guest for actually being brave enough to do that shit.
You can thank him.
Well, hey, Blake, Rashawn, thank you for coming on the show and bearing your soul.
Did he though? I don't feel like he did.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say nothing because ain't none of my business.
I know that man too well. Anyway, mental health check.
Okay.
Gio, you can start off and I'll finish it.
I got you. So what I wanted to talk about was healthy confrontation. Like, check this out.
So fitting.
It's very fitting, but I've heard stories, and because we didn't really do nigga shit for real, this kind of branches off of that one. Like, I was talking to a friend of mine. I've actually talked to, so let me backtrack. I talked to one of my cousins, and he was telling me about somebody had stole some shit from him or whatever. And this person I know, you know what I'm saying? So he was like, man, yeah, this nigga keeps stealing from me and shit. And I'm like, man, he's not welcome back in my house or whatever. I was like, you know what you need to do, man? You need to beat his ass. And he was like, really? I was like, yeah. We've known this nigga for years. He was like, I said, you need to beat this nigga's ass. And the reason why you need to do that shit is not because I'm not being funny. You have to confront this issue. You know what I'm saying?
Can I ask a question real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Why the fuck would he keep letting that man in his house?
Because they're relatively close. So it's tough. But then a friend of mine, we were having the same conversation. And it was just you need to beat their ass. You need to confront this problem because they're going to keep thinking shit is sweet. Oh, yeah, I know we had confrontation before, but it was not a climactic thing. It's just all right, I need to have a cathartic moment and beat the shit out of you.
You know what? This guy, I don't remember his name, but my brother-in-law...
Not advocating violence, by the way.
My brother-in-law watches him on YouTube, but he goes, in his neighborhood or something like that, he goes and like promotes healthy violence.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of like people gang banging or like people who got beef or whatever, he'll have them like fight it out, but like in a group so they could keep like both of the people safe. But they literally just fist fighting.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's important because like fighting, confrontation, arguing, all of these things are natural, and there are things that you need to get out.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's like crying. It's like eating.
And like when you repress it, you get disorders.
Right.
You end up depressed or with eating disorders.
There are things that, human beings need to do.
Yeah.
And that's, confrontation, fighting, that's one of them. You know what I'm saying?
Martin Luther King found out later on in his life.
I mean, you find out what happened with King. It, like, all that nonviolence, like having a house fire bombed, all that stuff, and you not retaliating.
But towards the end, he saw that he was doing it the wrong way, and he saw that he needed, like, him and Malcolm X needed to work together. They saw it,
like, that's very true. Actually, that's what got Malcolm X killed, because he recognized and realized, like, all right, all the confrontations, he was doing too much. And once he realized it, it was like, oh, shit, I need to do this. The confrontation is good.
And he was also coming at the nation, though, because he was like, y'all niggas are corrupt. And then it's like, oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, but once he left the nation, he did a press conference in early 1964. Mm-hmm. He did a press conference saying that he was going to step away from the nation and he was going to go do his own thing, start a Pan-African movement or whatever. Mm-hmm. And that's when COINTELPRO, the FBI, and everybody was like, all right, we need to kill this nigga.
It's time to get rid of him.
Yeah, because once he figured it out, he was fine. Martin Luther King, the same thing. Once he started actually targeting poverty, that's when, all right, it's time for him to go.
But if you heard, well, you know what, we get enough on
we're definitely doing that.
We can do a Black History show or some shit.
February is coming,
Yeah, and a while. But go ahead, continue.
Confrontation is very, very important. I mean, we talked about relationships today. It's like, for real, it didn't sound like y'all had too much confrontation in the relationship where you probably were looking for it. Like, give me something. You know what I'm saying? Like, in my own relationship, it's just like, myself and Danielle, we're really, really alike. We're not the most emotive people. We can be in our own private ways, but at the same time, it's just like, sometimes it's just like, dog, like, fight with me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's like,
do something.
I didn't want to fight with him because I feel like our communication, especially in the beginning and middle, our communication was good enough to, like, suffice. Like, I didn't even need all the fighting or whatever.
Right.
But, this nigga was just trash. On trash. Being trash.
Well, with that being said, like, yeah, definitely sometimes you need to fight. You just fight it out.
Yeah, of course.
Or you need to argue it out. Like, these things, you cannot hold so much stuff in. And I have learned that, and this is the mental health piece of it all, it's just like, that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Get everything you have to get out, but do it in a constructive way, where it's not like you're just bashing somebody without a solution.
That perfectly fits into the anime quote I have for this show.
Well, there you go. But go ahead. It's all on you.
So, Gio asked a real hard-hitting question at the end of that last segment, right before he dogged me. Thank you for that, by the way. And
my bad, Ty.
I just want to clear some things up because you said it sounded like we still loved each other. I love that man very much. He was the love of my life for 3 years, but our forever was only 3 years long.
Oh.
And I can say, like, I'm not dead inside because of him. I'm dead inside because I cut, like, after he and I broke up and we had our little, nigga shit debacle or whatever with the other girl.
Right.
I was like, you know what? These feelings that I'm feeling right now, I don't want them. So I literally cut them off. And by cutting those feelings off, I cut off every other feeling. Because you can't just cut off one. Mm-hmm. It's like trying to cut one wire to turn a light off or something.
Right.
But you end up, like, turning the whole house off or some shit.
I can understand that, yeah.
Right. So that's basically what I did. But I didn't notice that until, like, late last year. And so I've been slowly but surely trying to, like, piece myself back together so I can start feeling things again. Because I have been dating since we broke up, but I haven't like been able to connect with anyone. And like even outside of dating, like relationship wise, I haven't been able to connect with people. Like I can relate to people easily, but like as far as like one of those unforeseen connections and like feeling something for somebody, I have not felt that since then.
What, I mean, do you have like a particular reason why?
Because I cut all feelings off.
I mean, but so
unknowingly.
What is like something that could like? I mean, we've had this conversation before, but like for the sake of the podcast, it's like, okay, what would be like something that actually gets you to cut the house back on?
It's that whole thing is a process though. So it's like multiple little things. Like I've been like trying to identify why, like when I'm irritated, I'll try to identify exactly why I'm irritated and what irritated me. Mm-hmm. Or like if I'm bothered by something, like I'm not gonna be out here like, oh, unbothered or whatever bullshit that people be saying. Yeah. Like
what is it? Unbothered and unscathed and shit like that. I know that's not it, but still.
I'm completely like accepting of all of my feelings, whether they're good or bad. And so like when that nigga had friends on me, when I wasn't even actively trying to date him.
Oh, yeah.
That made me bothered. I could have been like, you know what? Fuck that nigga. I ain't bothered by that nigga. I was going to say something else super disrespectful, but I'm going to be nice.
Thank you, Ty. I appreciate it. Because that's not what we need.
Exactly. But, like, the fact that, like, I do feel myself feeling things a little bit more, but I'm still not... I'm still not... the house ain't completely on.
So, do you think that there ever be a time... we're running out of time, but do you ever think that there will be a time when the house will come back on?
Of course, yes.
But you getting old, though, my nigga.
I'm not old, though.
But you getting to that point where it's starting to be, like...
I'm still out here getting hit on by 16-year-olds. I think I'll be good.
That's not something you need to be talking about in today's climate. You know, we got R. Kelly.
I'm just saying, shit like, out here, these young niggas hitting on me. I ain't checking for them. I'm not giving them that attention. I cut it off right then and there. Well, nigga, I'm old enough to be your big sister or some shit.
Oh, my God. So
I can't say mom.
Ooh, you could be. You could be.
At 12 years old, though?
Yeah, man. Nigga, I seen an episode of Paternity Court. This nigga 34 years old. His daughter was 22.
My father was in my life, so I was less likely to get pregnant as a teen.
Well, that's good, because like the next episode we're going to talk about daddy issues.
Episode 7, yeah. So daddy issues.
You ready to take us out?
Yep. Let me pull this quote up real quick. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
Love is like a mirror that reflects your bad side, especially when it's required. Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm fucking up. I can't read now.
Damn.
Love is like a mirror.
Cut that light on in the house.
Love is like a mirror that reflects your bad side, especially when it's unrequited. You get envious, jealous, prejudiced, and resentful. You have to face all sorts of emotions, but there's no reason to find that shameful. Marjorie Daw said that.
Daw.
And what anime is that? Shakugan no Shana.
Oh. Never seen it, but okay. I'll look it up. All right, y'all. This is the Black Alternative. This has been a very explosive episode. We hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for having me exposed out here.
Peace out, y'all.